like live. Currently looking at states of Brazil, some of the states. Oh, state in Brazil. There is plenty of fires to look at. Some pretty large. Some have pretty big perimeters. Some are currently burnt. To north of Maranhão, southeast Piauí. Or south at Bahia. All the way west, Mato Grosso, with a lot of smoke on us, with potential pretty big wildfires in Bolivia. Right now, the Amazonas, state of the Amazon, is covered massive amounts of wildfire smoke. These wildfire smoke plumes a little bigger. Okay. Currently, a number of wildfires burn along all over the place throughout Brazil. As you can see, that is smoke, not cloud structure, it's a smoke structure. These are from wildfires that have burned. Smoke is lofted, air creates a new plume. A lot of these could be the same fire that just keeps burning. We'll be able to find, but there are plenty. Plus, it's long channels. Rivers are pretty great if you're a wildfire. Lots of vegetation, dense, slopes down, speeds up and picks up, and comes across the bend of a river. Not going to respect the bend through from the bend is hot, a lot of smoke. Looking at the carbon monoxide and sulfur dioxide level, here. Nitrogen dioxide levels from where we pointed out even Mato Grosso, Marion. So I'll make a time lapse of that real quick just so we can see conditions in the large point here. Now, smoke after it's lofted in the fire, all the smelling, all sorts of different fire. Turn on fade. Fires have been burning for smoke travels very far. Now let's use a much larger time lapse. Can't do the actual. Definitely the fire that took place. Still taking place. Not as joined up as it was, but it still is back to aerosol and Bolivia. Now, this doesn't mean that the wildfire is a premier 160. This is just a plume of hot smoke. A lot of very hot material pulling up in it. It's going to very forward facing, but fire smoke, especially when it's measured in feet, going to be a point where smoke will end. It's a version upward, dissipate off it. Otherwise, it hits the scene to go one direction. Smoke is sticky, it'll stick together. The only thing that really smoke is bumping into it or winds that heavy that pull out a lot of particulates out of this, eventually drop to the ground or ground. These are not huge wildfires, might not be huge wildfires. We will, because Bolivia's. All of these too could just be new starts of a run that's been going. Now, looking gnarly when it comes to what people in Brazil might be experiencing right now in their air quality. Carbon monoxide, total column. Yeah, that's more what I expected. One of these data sets. Bolivia still looks sharp. Wildfires or just one that's been burning We can see these fires in Yali, and there's some north of Marion, some northeast and well, couple. There's a greater picture here though, from the Amazonas to Piauí. I want to use from here. I'm drawing out where all the smoke is. I should say it's all over the place. Don't let the colors fool you. It's really, really hazardous air quality conditions. I haven't checked any kind of air quality index for Brazil. I'm sure they're pushing 300 plus in some of these areas. Actually, Bolivia looking gnarly. Now this is turn on borders. Sorry. Things are looking pretty rough. Let's use time lapse of the same region of area that carbon monoxide. This is the date of the 18th here. All that orangish blue meeting here. Orangeness here. It's different amounts of smoke. There. And smoke finds itself and bends. Curious now about Bolivia, but Bolivia later. Still is currently covered in smoke. This is a daily scan of what am I needing? So I gotta out one. Higher. Sorry, it took a minute to load. These are daily images of Brazil. I take a moment to look. You can see a lot of smoke immediately. It's that glossy tight oil canvas here, rooting in almost every weather. You don't have to use a time lapse of these at least. This right here would just be enough. The area, change bands. Load. Okay. This one should. Okay. Pink fluffy stuff is smoke. Checks out here. See the absence of all this stuff here is weather and clouds. Absence here. But you can really get a pretty good indicator that smoke has been raging and trapped going towards the Amazonas, but there's also fires burning multiple states of Brazil. Pretty big fires too to look at. Back at the higher resolution of last off in Brazil. Fire there. Serve different fields might be controlled, not see. We're in Latanya. Also, some active fires here. Here's Latanya. There is a lot of smoke in between. A lot of smoke. A lot of smoke because the fire is still burning across multiple points of its own fire perimeter. To here. So, at least 7, 8 active fire points on this one burn. Possible wildfire. We can zoom out to see just how much this is burned from very recently. Over it now. Speed's sake. 14th, it still has a fire perimeter, but fires are possibly never put all the way out. Days, and they're still burning around the same points. Fires are massive, don't let it scale. This distance of 57 kilometers, point to point. Some fires that are burning up here by these fields. This is where these rivers become very lethal. They don't have to respect the river bends, but they can abuse rain of rivers. They can burn all along the bed. All the fuel it would need as it slopes. Catching trees on fire, moss, pretty much anything, even mushrooms, everything burns. This is a very lost river system. Fire drives away the moisture and it's only going to accelerate burning, especially as it's burning at least 5 points. Very active fire here. See, it can cross over the river, not by floating across, but by fiery material being ejected off the flames. You hear like a snap and crack, but it can follow over the smoke. The material can fall that way. Smoke's not heavy enough to drop. And a 700-degree piece of fiber drops down and starts a whole new fire, or rolls down a slope to a river. Even though that piece extinguished in the river itself is going to catch everything else on fire, and it's going to keep making these runs. This is a little city over here by the water. Possible farming. You can see they had fire that crossed over here or started over here. Let's take a time lapse of this area. Okay, so it started on the other side and engulfed. It finally reached the river. It allowed to make these deep rolls into these hills. The river system, it have to respect the bends at all. As soon as it hits a straight line of brush, it's gonna eat that land. That's heavy. Some of these fires that we saw on these, are alarmingly close together. These are areas that were already previously burnt that are burning again because the conditions are just going to continue rating, deteriorating. Like a fire that's pretty fresh and burning for a while, rampage across all the grasslands, foresty areas. Not know if it's going to burn or not. If it's contained, it's being controlled. See a plume like this where fire just engulfing something. Usually, at least in this instance, all the vegetation along the river it just barrels on forward, and smoke just continues to build up and mix together, and can really become a mega fire here pretty quickly. Fires aren't very far from each other. 30 kilometers. Fires could accelerate and join up, use these rivers further. Yeah, you can see the smoke. A break, a break. How it moves. See this area, the air is the smoke. These are areas of concern, but this is from the other day. Right now it's nighttime, so we can't see the satellite imagery too well, except with the scans. Should be able to see at least the wildfires that we noted in states of Brazil that we west of Piauí is just completely damaged fields everywhere. Feels desolate. A fire burning here, active front here. Smoke plumes heading out west. Is a lot of this is burnt, damaged lands. Fires have been burning a while. Double check though, just in case at a higher elevation. 5 kilometers. From the 11th to the 22nd. From the 18th, you can see fire here. Too many active other fires. Still, boom. Lots and lots of smoke in the air. Lots of fires that ran its course, were on the run. But it burning on, well, this land is just completely scorched earth. No fire. Fire here. All smoke that's covering so much of the region. big. Let's see. Let's. Whoa. Damn. Okay. Yeah, that's the region we've been looking at that's covered in smoke just a few moments ago. 500. Only sensor for miles. 500. You can see Bolivia on the southwest side is having a lot of air. Northwest of Bolivia is having a lot of air quality problems as well. Amazonas. This represents so much of the smoke that we've been seeing right here being absolute worst I've seen. Thing that we've been talking about. Back over west, see if we can see this smoke Mato Grosso everywhere. Huge patches, but it's interrupting the weather process by weather having to divert itself. It's not going to want to hit. What in? Yeah, that's definitely smoke. I can see why. So you can see all these hills, mountain areas, taking in smoke, and the valleys get clouded up. Smoke. Smoke here. All of these valleys that are full of smoke right here. And it's meeting this weather change. Air front. Air pressure change. Especially over these mountains. Not going to be able to escape, so it just backs up. See some pretty significant fires here, though. See why the air quality index in this region is over 500. I think it actually said 1340. I haven't seen fires right here. Fire right here. 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 Fire. On this. Two of them. A lot of smoke, and it's not just from these fires. These are just noting. It all matches up with what we've been seeing. Absolute monsters burning all across the world. See how it takes a river system fires, fire activity doesn't have to respect the bend. It's just going to keep burning true, and then start seeing these fires that are further away, because they can just keep making runs, because fires on the other side don't put out either. All these fires are active on so many fronts, such difficult to reach areas, very woodsy areas, jungle areas. It's a lot of different ecosystems where fire is mending itself between all of them. It's a lot of thick smoke. It's really thinned out a lot. It's incredibly thick. This is not weather, not clouds, it's smoke. I haven't seen smoke like this in, what is it, Fort Smith? Or fires up here. A lot of fires in Mato Grosso, the Amazonas. Really terrible to see, especially with the air quality where it's at. Makes it harder to fight these fires because of this wildly unpredictable weather changes. Suddenly you're covered in smoke as a boom arc 100 miles away descends on you and your possible team. Crew. Fire is still active here. Not many fronts, but you can see it's still making runs. Fires that are burning. Nothing like this. Here's there. We go. Talking about whenever runs. Like a carriage return on a typewriter. Comes more like this. Fires continue to burn as they would out. But those fires are completely independent from what's burning here. The energy that's driving this fire forward different from all of the additives fire alone. These are really complex, complicated fires that are burning remote regions that getting the kind of support and heavy machinery to and water. Decent little fire there. Flare. These fires just don't end. Less smoky area, but still pretty big perimeter there. Plane got chewed up by a little fire. Be out though. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, so just by going through the natural geography, wound up in Beni, northwest of Bolivia, where like there were some pretty monstrous fires before, and there are. There are a number of fires that are burning. I continue to get south. Get south to Bolivia. This smoke is absolutely completely alien. Nothing on this earth that I'm aware of, carbon-based life form, would survive it. I mean, if all this smoke ends up in the Andes Mountain, that make us. They're very sensitive animals. They were almost hunted into extinction to begin with. While human beings might have 1 to 2 or 3 hairs per hair follicle, chinchillas have 45. Feel everything. There's more of these fields that are burning south of Bolivia and I don't know if there's an expansion, land expansion, but all these fields here. Wow. Wonder what these fields replace. Damn, they go on forever. East of Mountains. Just smoke everywhere. Fires don't have to be that large, but it just keeps chewing all these perimeter, expanding itself. Smoke is everywhere that you look. State of Bolivia. It's actually here's this incredible amount of burned land. Lining up here. 3 more areas of interest. Seems like a lot of the bigger areas of fire. Oh, I guess I am live. Oh, interesting. Give up on it, but it never went away. Okay. Well, some information there. Got some pretty intense wildfires and a lot of smoke. Some parts of Brazil are seeing record intense high air quality index numbers that are catastrophic to see. Seeing, okay. $15.93. Pretty monstrous numbers. Well, I think that's all I have now. Still safe. Have a good night. A good day.